Happy Thanksgiving. Today's question is one I chose because it's very appropriate. How do we stay grateful and positive when there's so much going on that's easy to bring us down? My name is Maren, and this is Q&A with Heart and Soul Dance. So as dancers, we tend to be a positive group of people, and there's always those moments where we get a little bit like, really more, especially this year, right? So I thought I'd take a moment and share with you a couple of the things that I do to help to stay positive. Okay, so the first thing that I do, and I would say this is first on my list to share because it's had the biggest impact in my life. At the end of every day, I reflect on my day and I write in my journal. I write the things I'm grateful for and the things that I noticed from that day. I also take a moment to think about, how does this affect where I want to go tomorrow? So that leads me to the second thing that I do, which is every morning I set my intention for the day. So I take a few moments out of every morning and I set up an intention for my day. What am I going to, who do I want to be today? Not just what do I want to accomplish, but who do I want to be? And I look for my future. I look into my future to see who I want to become, and I let that pull me towards it rather than thinking about negativity and the past and what has happened. And I want to go forward and always be moving forward. And those are the two biggest things that allow me to stay positive when something goes on, when something happens. They really set up a different vibration in my life. The commitment to doing this is made night and day difference in my life. So the third thing that I do is I actually just let go. So when I find myself in a position of not knowing what to do and feeling overwhelmed and totally losing touch with gratitude or being grateful, I surrender. And I'm going to use the studio as an example. So many of you know that the second week of October, I turned to Kat, who's my lead instructor, and told her that we needed to close the studio. And at that point, I had gotten to that place of surrender. I just was like, I have done everything that I know how to do. I've cut every cost. I've applied for every loan. I was out of money. I was out of hope. And I surrendered. I just said, well, I can't do anything else. It's out of my power. And then I talked to Kat, and she said, well, it's not something that you can decide. I was like, yes, it is. It's my business. And she said, no, you've built a community, and we are in service to the community, so we can't close. And I thought, that's so true. I hadn't thought about that. And so we approached you, our community, and you said, no, not today. You're not closing. And you've raised enough money to keep us open for a couple of months and come up with amazing ideas that will, I know, keep us open for at least through the end of COVID, a good 6 months. It's just phenomenal to me. And so this is where I go back to of when I surrender, it's not from a place of hopelessness. It's from a place of, I've done as much as I can do. And if it is meant to be, there will be another path. And then I allow for what that could be. So the thing that I didn't do was I didn't shut Kat down, and I didn't say, no, that's not possible. We can't do that. When something shows up, like a person with an idea, I entertain it because I've surrendered. I've said, okay, it could stay open, it could close, and I'm okay with it either way. That's where you can get to the magic that can happen. And the way that that is associated, or how that loops back into gratitude, is that when you can get to that place, when I can get to that place of true surrender, of like, it's okay if it closes, it's okay if it doesn't, I'm okay with it either way. Doors open, and then I can be in service. It brought me back to what was really, really important, which was the community. And the fact that my business exists, our business exists to serve our community. And so it's a symbiotic relationship, and it works both ways. So all of a sudden it got turned around, and you as the community started to serve us. And it was, I have to say, I actually don't have words for the amount that it expanded in my heart, and how grateful I am, how much I learned. So the third thing would be to truly surrender whatever agenda or issue that is hanging in your heart, and give it up to the universe, to God, to whatever your word is for that. And there's always, 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 always going to be gratitude and magic behind it. So on this day of giving thanks, I would like to give you my heartfelt thanks for all that you do for me. And I wish you the most blessed Thanksgiving of all time. I look forward to seeing you on our dance floor, or on some dance floor, somewhere. Happy Thanksgiving. And remember, we usually answer your questions and not my own. So submit your questions, send them to us through Facebook Messenger or through email, or just post it below. And we'll make sure to answer your question on our Thursday Q&A with Heart and Soul Dance.